what programming language should you learn? That's a question that we very often get asked from students. Now, here's the thing. My answer is going to be an answer you're not going to like, and you're going to think to yourself, wow, this guy's crazy. But I'm going to say to you, you need to learn all programming languages. That sounds insane, but let me explain to you the method to the madness. You see, I like to think of programming languages in sort of two categories. You have high-level programming languages such as Python, Java, PHP, Ruby, and many others. And a lot of these programming languages, whilst they have differences, they also have been created more or less following the same computer theory. In other words, if you master one, you'll find that a lot of what you've learned can apply to the others. It will be a different syntax, you'll probably be calling different APIs, but the way you think about programming is more or less the same across all of them. And so what I would say to you is that as a security professional, you definitely want to master at least one that you will find yourself reusing time and time again, and it can be your go-to in your career. And personally, I would recommend Python, and you'll find that many cybersecurity professionals recommend Python for the sole reason that there are plenty of cybersecurity tools and open source libraries that have been built in Python. And so if you master Python, you can read the code of those tools, you can contribute to these tools, and you can integrate very easily with these tools. Now, let me say this though. You really want to be comfortable being able to read any one of these high-level programming languages, meaning that if you find yourself in a situation where you have to read Java, I think you should be able to do it. If you have to find yourself in a situation where you have to audit the source code of a PHP application, you should be able to do that. In other words, my recommendation is master something like Python, but also become competent at least reading the source code of pretty much anything else. Okay? Now there's a second category of programming languages that I'm going to define as the low-level programming languages, and these would be C and assembly. Now I think you absolutely need to master those as well, but you'll find that knowing Python doesn't help you with C and doesn't really help you with assembly. And so you'll find yourself most likely starting from the beginning again to learn C, and it's quite a complicated language. In a way it's simple, but when you start doing vulnerability research in C, you start realizing it's actually a very complex language, and assembly is more or less the same thing. In a way it's very simple instructions that you run one by one, but there's a lot more to it when you have to really do analysis of large binaries in assembly. And there's no other way around putting in the hours. In other words, if you want to learn Python, you're probably going to have to code for 3,000 hours in Python, all sorts of programs, and then you'll truly have a good grasp over the programming language. Well, it's going to be the same thing in C, and it's going to be the same thing in assembly, and you just got to accept that and just do it, basically. So I hope this answers your question, and I'll see you in the next video. If you've liked this video, the next step for you is to register on our online learning platform to learn practical skills that will get you a job in the industry. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.